Okay, good morning again. It's now 10:30, so left Somerville, South Carolina 6 hours ago. Made it up, dropped my car off, my rental car, the cool Rubicon Jeep in Elizabethton, Tennessee. Just got picked up by the Mountain Harbour Hostel. I think his name's Dave. He runs it for his mom. And back on trail. Feeling pretty good. My knees are a little sore, but my legs feel pretty strong. And batteries are definitely recharged. It was really fun hanging out yesterday with my dad, my stepmom, and all their buddies and friends. They are quite a crew. I think I went to bed about 7:30, and they were, I think, partying until about 9. But got on the road, made decent time, and ready to do this. So I'm hiking about 14 miles back down to Mountain Harbour. So I'm going southbound right now. And then tomorrow they'll drop me back off at that spot right there, and I'll hike 16 miles to Boots Off Hostel. And we'll see how it goes. I think there's a big front supposed to be coming through starting tomorrow. So the rest of the week, the weather could be pretty dicey. But I'm still going to try to get to Damascus in, counting today, 4 days to Damascus. We'll see if I can do that. It would be 14 today, 16 tomorrow, and then 2 20-mile slack packs. Going in a direction that should help from a hill perspective, and I don't think it's too hilly heading into Damascus at all. So this is a little up and down today, but mostly down. So getting back at it. We will check in a bit. You can see here quite the green tunnel of rhododendron I'm hiking through today, or at least right now. And I'll check in a bit. So I'm about 3/4 of a mile in, and just thought I'd show you this. Whoop. Nice little rushing stream, little waterfall, mini waterfall. Stream goes down there, but very pretty. Looks nice. It's warm out. It's like in the 60s, and it's overcast, but it's looks like it's gonna be a nice day if the rain holds off. I was just trying to do some texting back and forth to figure out where I want to stay in Damascus, and the hostel that I was going to stay at, called Lady Dies, is not open. She's got some kind of personal matter to deal with on the days I wanted to get in there. So now I'm running out of cell phone coverage here, so I'm gonna have to wait till I get back to the hostel this afternoon and try and figure out where I'm going to stay there later in the week. I'm also a little hesitant about making those reservations just because I'm not sure what the weather's going to be. Those 2 days I'm going to try and do 20 miles. Could be some nasty weather, but I guess if I'm slack packing, and I can manage it. So we'll see. Figure that out. But let's do Would You Rather while we're here. This is keeping in theme with my road trip the last 2 days. So would you rather drive 5 hours in a car or be the passenger for 5 hours in a car? Think about that, and I'll let you know what my preference is later in the day. See ya. All right, so this little babbling brook is the Upper Laurel Fork, I guess is what this is. Another little bridge here, crossing over. Pretty nice. This looks like it would have, I don't know, it looks like it could have some native brook trout in there somewhere. That's one thing I'm definitely gonna miss during this hike, is doing some fishing during trout season up in Pennsylvania. I think that opens up in next week, a couple days. So miss that. I'll try to get some in late in the year. Trout probably won't be in. It probably won't be good for trout fishing, but good for bass fishing. So we'll try that later in the summer. Oh, up the hill we go here. So I just met a guy hiking northbound, through hiker. Hadn't met him before. His trail name is Ricky Bobby. I forget what movie that is. I guess maybe that's the name of the movie or something. I think that's Will Ferrell. I'm not a big Will Ferrell fan, so I don't know all his movies. But it just sort of dawned on me that between the couple days I took in Johnson City and the couple days I just took down in South Carolina, I'm going to lose touch with a lot of the people that I already knew on trail, because they're probably all moving and none of them took 4 zeros in the course of a week. So time to meet some new folks, I guess. Hopefully I'll make some time up and catch up with some folks that I know are new or was hiking with. But as I refer to it, you're kind of hiking a neighborhood and you see your neighbors some days every day, some neighbors you see occasionally, but I might have just moved out of my neighborhood and into a new one. So we'll see how that goes, but definitely don't regret it. The 2 days down in South Carolina were way better than the 2 days in Johnson City. Just hanging out in a hotel by yourself might have rested my legs, but I don't think it recharged my psyche the way hanging out with my dad and stepmom, and especially yesterday, all their buddies, who I know most of. I've been down there enough that they all know what I'm doing, and they were giving me some good natured ribbing on the back porch yesterday after dinner. Shout out to all the guys in Gahegan Pines, and I know a couple of them watch, and some of them are betting that I won't make it. So just have to prove those guys wrong and show up down there and put it back at them. Hopefully they don't come to eat those words. But yeah, it was a huge mental boost, even if it was 10 hours of driving to get it and 2 days off trail. So got to do that every once in a while, and if it makes it take longer, it makes it take longer. But yeah, I feel a lot better than I did coming out of that hotel in Johnson City. So we'll see how it goes the next couple days. And once I get to Damascus, I feel like that'll be a big boost too, because then I'm out of the real grind down here in Tennessee, North Carolina, Georgia, and the elevation changes in Virginia aren't quite as severe, which are really what gets to me. So that's it for now, and I'll be on the lookout for some more new neighbors in my neighborhood. See ya. All right, coming up on Mountaineer Falls. Oh, I guess that's that right there. Not a lot of water rushing down there, but pretty cool nonetheless. Let me come down there. Well, it's pretty rocky here. I'm trying not to fall. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Come down through here. All the way down. I'm sure after a big rainfall, that's a little more dramatic. But not bad. So I'm about 6 miles in, and the sun is coming out. It's been a really nice weather day. In the high 60s. Humidity's not too bad, and just saw 3 different people that I know, so my neighborhood's not completely gone. I bumped into Abe, who goes by Rifle, and then Jess, who I met in Franklin. She's now gone by Sassafras, and Gadget, who is hiking with them. They were a little all spread out, but they were all down at the place. Well, they were supposed to be at the place I'm going to, Mountain Harbour, and they just told me that, like, over the weekend they had a bed bug issue, which I'm a little nervous about now, because it was in the bunkhouse where I stayed Friday night, didn't have any problems, but I'm supposed to stay there again tonight. Apparently they had exterminators come in and they fumigated and bombed the place and all that jazz, but I'm a little kind of committed to them now, because I left my gear with them. I'm slack packing, so most of my gear is there already in a trash compactor bag that I keep in my pack. So I've got my pack on. Now I got to figure out what the heck I'm going to do there about the potential bed bug issue. don't want to deal with that. But the good news is Sassafras and Gadget and Rifle are all going to be at Boots Off Hostel tomorrow night, which is where I'm going to get to tomorrow night and spend 2 nights there, because I'm going to slack pack back. And I think they're going to do the same thing. They're going to do a 20-mile slack pack 2 days from now back to Boots Off. So my neighborhood, or some of my neighbors are still out here, which is a good thing. And maybe I'll get a chance to hike with them on 2 days from now. See ya. This is the Elk River. I think a little further down there's Jones Falls I'm going to see in a little bit, but it opens up here a little bit. I think we're going to walk down along the river. Here's some hikers. I saw there's a couple dogs down there. You guys can see them. There they are, going for a swim. Getting ready to go for a swim. But super cool. If it was a little warmer, I might even be tempted to go wade in there. But I'm not going to do that today. Oh, there you go, a couple of dogs, a couple hikers. Show you the Elk River. I'm going to get back underway here. So this is Jones Falls. A little hard to see with the sun glare. Try to get down here a little more. He's up there. Pretty cool though. Oh, hi. There you go. Goes all the way down. Somebody's sitting there enjoying the falls. All good. All right, so since I'm coming southbound, I actually have already done this many miles since I started. 9 miles up trail, but here's the 400-mile mark. So when I'm done today, I think I will have 409 miles done since Springer Mtn, which is awesome and good milestone. Next up is get to Damascus at mile 470. Then I'm into Virginia. So feeling good about all of that, especially with the miles I have under my belt from the winter. So let's go. Let's do this. Here's a pretty cool little stand of pines that the trail's passing through. All wide open. A lot of pine straw. A little softer on the feet than the rocks. Pretty cool. Just got a text a little bit ago from my man Nichols. He's way up trail. I think he's like 140 miles ahead of me. Now I said he just passed the 25% mark. So doing a little calculation, I think he's at like mile 549 or 550, something like that. And when I'm done today, I'll be at 409. So he's flying. He was not happy with our Philadelphia Eagles for trading Hassan Reddick to the Jets. So he was just bemoaning that. And good to hear from him, and glad to hear he's moving with some pace. Killing it up there. Hopefully when I jump ahead, I'll see him up in New York. We'll see. The rate he's moving, he might get there before me, even with the 388-mile head start that I had. But we'll see. You know, we're just crossing this road and going up those steps right over there. Checking in again. Thought I would tell you about a little gear issue that I had that I think is getting resolved. So Friday night, when I was in the hostel, something felt weird inside one of my little Enlightened equipment down booties, or I guess they're hollow fill or something. They're not down, but and I took it off and I turned it inside out, and there was like a 4.5-inch, 5-inch rip along one of the seams inside the booty. And then the next morning I checked the other one, had like a 1.5 or 2-inch rip right on the seam. So submitted a warranty customer service email to them on Saturday. They're not open on the weekends. And then got an immediate kind of auto reply saying they got it and a ticket number had been assigned. But this morning, driving back from South Carolina, tried calling them, left them a voicemail, And then about an hour ago, I had my phone on and I had a cell, fortunately, and I got a call from Minnesota where they're based. So I answered it, and it was Jerry, and he told me they looked at it and they can't fix it, but they'll make a new pair. It said it would take about 10 days to make it, but if they want it, they could send me, I guess I have 6-ounce booties, and they have 4-ounce ones in stock. And I told them I can make these work, for a little while longer. So they're going to make new ones and then give me a call back and figure out where I'm at and where they're going to ship them, and problem taken care of. So good job, Enlighten Equipment. Shout out to them, standing behind their product. And I love those booties. They keep my feet super warm when it gets cold out, so I need them. But thought I would tell you guys that. And I don't represent them, I just use their gear and I like it. So good on them for standing behind it. Talk to you soon. Back again. Thought I would fill you in on the Hostel situation tonight. Since I mentioned this earlier, I decided, I called where I'm staying, the Mountain Harbour folks, and talked to Shannon, who works there, and tried to get the lowdown on what's going on. I'm not entirely sure there was a problem, but they've taken lots of precautions, and they've had professional grade extermination bombs set off in the hostel. They closed it yesterday. It sounded like somebody showed up at the desk or something with like a small Tupperware container with a couple of dead bed bugs in it, and claimed that they were from one of the beds. So who knows? I slept there on Friday night, was fine. I know 4 other people that slept there and they were all fine. So I am trusting that these guys know what they're doing. And it was closed yesterday, and they did a bomb, and I'll just check the bed and stuff. But I can't believe it's the first hostel that's had an issue, if it even had an issue, and I'm sure they know how to deal with it because it's just part of life out here. They have signs up, do not use your sleeping bag on the beds, and I'm sure that's exactly why, because you're probably more likely to get bed bugs out in a shelter than you are in a hostel, and they probably don't want them being brought in on people's sleeping bags. So that's what I'm sticking with it, and I'm gonna make sure I get the best breakfast on trail there tomorrow before I get shuttled up to where I got dropped off today, Forest Service Road 293, and do the 16 or 17 miles down to Boots Off Hostel. So it's all good. I still don't know where I'm sleeping in Damascus in a couple days, but I got time to figure that out. Got less than a half mile to go. I just realized I screwed up my mileage. This leg was shorter than I thought it was, and now the leg into Boots Hostel tomorrow is longer than I thought it was. It's like 20 miles. So I got to figure out what I'm going to do, because folks in Mountain Harbour weren't going to be able to shuttle me up there until after they do their big breakfast. So that wouldn't be leaving till like 9, which means I wouldn't get up there until like 9:30. That's too late to start a 20-mile day. So when I get down to the hostel here in a few minutes, I'm going to have to ask for the name of another shuttle driver or something I can use. Pick me up at like 7 o'clock in the morning. That's pretty nice. A little water action. But I'm going to have to get picked up at 7, on trail by 7:30. Have like a 10 or 11 hour day hiking down to Boots Off, if I'm going to try and make that. And I want to make that since that's where I got a reservation tomorrow night. So got to work on that when I get here. And the would you rather. I would rather be a driver for a 5-hour drive than a passenger for a 5-hour drive. I don't like being passenger in a car. When I was younger, I used to get car sick, and I'm kind of a lead foot driver, so I like to move with some purpose in the vehicle. And I don't mind driving long distances. I've driven lots of long distance drives. I did a couple years ago, 20 hours straight one day in my RV. So I was racing to get back from Las Vegas to State College before a big snowstorm hit. That was like a 3-day marathon, but I don't mind it, and actually quite enjoy being out on the open highway. So it was a dicey little road to cross, but here we go. Anyway, that's my answer. I'm a driver, not a passenger. I will see you guys tomorrow.